Okay, these are my picks for week 12. Let's start out with the Thanksgiving games because this is Thanksgiving week. We got the Chicago. Why is this the early game? Why is this a Thanksgiving game? But whatever. Detroit Lions, Chicago Bears. This game's in Detroit. Give me Chicago here. The Lions are absolutely horrible this season. I mean, sure they're 4-6, but who do they really beat? I mean, sure you beat the Patriots. They got blown out by the Titans, and then got blown up, and the Lions got killed by the freaking Jets, who lost to the freaking Browns, for crying out loud. So yeah, that's how bad the Detroit Lions are. And they really didn't beat anybody special. They did beat Green Bay, but if it wasn't for Mason Crosby missing all those field goals, we would have had that game won. Moving on, Washington Redskins, Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys are one of two. Of course, the Dallas Cowboys are hosting Thanksgiving because it's typical. Washington coming off a loss to the Texans. Cowboys coming off a good win over Philadelphia. No, not Philadelphia. Over Atlanta. Give me the Dallas Cowboys. Boys, I don't pick against them at home on Thanksgiving except last year because the Chargers were hot. And they came off a 55-14 pummeling of the freaking Bills last year. Moving on the late game, we got the Atlanta Falcons at the New Orleans Saints. This game's in New Orleans. Yeah, I got the Saints. The Saints, they're freaking unstoppable. Until someone stops them, like the Rams or the Patriots, like the Rams or someone. Well, look, they already beat the Rams. They're my pick to win the Super Bowl, period. Okay, here comes another blowout. Oakland Raiders, Baltimore Ravens. This game's Baltimore. I'm not even going to discuss Ravens in a blowout. This game's not even going to be close. Okay, we got a toilet bowl game coming up. Jacksonville Jaguars, Buffalo Bills. Rematch of the divisional game. I will give the edge to Buffalo because it's in the cold, but I'm going to go with the Jags. The Bills' offense just absolutely terrible. They released Nathan Peterman. That was kind of smart. If Nathan Peterman was starting this game, they would be absolutely screwed. Moving on, Seattle Seahawks, Carolina Panthers. This game's in Carolina. I'm going with the Panthers because it's at home. I can't pick the Seahawks when they're on the road. The Seahawks play really good on the road, but then again, and they're playing the Panthers, who are undefeated at home. So yeah, give me Carolina in this game. Moving on, Cincinnati Bengals, Cleveland Browns. This game's in Cincinnati. The Browns coming off of a bye week, I assume. Or did they lose that? No, they had a bye week. The Bengals coming off of a loss to the Ravens. I'm gonna go with the Bengals here. They're just much better than the Browns. The Browns, I don't think they're that good of a team. Moving on, here comes another blowout. New England Patriots, New York Jets. This game's in New York. Jets coming off of getting blown out by the freaking Bills of all teams, and at a bye. Oh my god! And the Patriots coming off of a bye week. So yeah, now the Patriots, they got thumped by the Titans, but they're gonna be pretty mad, pretty angry after this loss. And they're just going to take it out on the Jets. Moving on, Giants and Eagles. This game's in Philadelphia. Give me the Eagles. The Eagles own the Giants. I mean, surely the Eagles have the hangover and such, but the Giants are freaking horrible on offense. I mean, you beat the Tampa Bay Bucks. Who do the Tampa Bay Bucks even have on defense? Moving on, here, speaking of the Tampa Bay Bucks, San Francisco 49ers, Tampa Bay Bucks. This game's in Tampa. 49ers coming off of a bye week. Tampa coming off a loss to the Giants. I told everyone this. Ryan Fitzpatrick is not a good quarterback. Even after that good start he had, I still felt like that was a fluke. I feel like that win against the Saints is starting to become more and more of a fluke, to be honest. San Francisco, they're just horrible on offense. They can't get anything going. I'm going to go with the Tampa Bay Bucks knocking off the San Francisco 49ers. Let's go to 4-7. Then I think Jameis Winston is going to have a good game against San Francisco. Okay, if you like blowouts, then this is the game for you. Next up, Arizona Cardinals, LA Chargers. This one is in LA. No contest. Chargers in a blowout. The Cardinals freaking suck this year, and their offense is taking a huge... And their offense is absolutely terrible this season. Give me LA in a murder here. Okay, Miami Dolphins and Indianapolis Colts. This game's in Indy. This is an interesting game, I think. Colts 5-5. They are riding hot. Since that loss to the Jets and the Dolphins. No, not the Steelers. And the Dolphins had a bye week, I think. Or they lost, I don't know. But the Colts have been hot. I don't know who to pick. I'm going to go with the home team. I'm going to go with the Colts knocking off the Dolphins. I thought the Colts were going to be the worst team in the league entering this season, but now I think the 49ers take that title. Moving on, Pittsburgh Steelers, Denver Broncos. This game's in Denver. Pittsburgh coming off of a win over Jacksonville. Denver coming off an impressive win over the Chargers. I think the edge is Denver's home field advantage is going to help them against the Steelers. Now I'm going to go... this is a hard one for me to pick since the Steelers are always inconsistent in Denver. And you never know what's going to happen with the Steelers in Denver. So, yeah. I'm going to take Denver to go to 5-6, and I got the Steelers dropping to 7-3-2. So, yeah, give me Denver in a pretty close game. All right, here we go. We got a revenge game here. Green Bay Packers, Minnesota Vikings. This game's in Minnesota. You want to know why this is a revenge game? Aaron Rodgers, this is the same place he got hurt at last year, and he's probably going to go in this game thinking, I'm not going to get hurt here again. And he's just going to play really, really smart and he might actually do well. Difference is it's at Minnesota. The Vikings are tough to beat at home, even though the freaking Bills blew them out at home. Based on that, I don't know about this game. I think we can go into Minnesota and win this game pretty convincingly over the Vikings. I feel like we can win this game. I think we're going to win this game pretty convincingly over the Vikings. The Vikings, based on what I saw from their highlights against the Chicago Bears, they did not look good at all in that game. They played good defensively, but their offense, they didn't show up. Then we got a pretty interesting Monday night game. We got the Tennessee Titans at the Houston Texans. This game is in Houston. Houston coming off their 7th win in a row. Titans coming off of a loss to the Colts. Yeah, I had a little false hope with the Titans. Now I think the Texans are just going to blow them out. I mean, the Texans, last time they played in Tennessee against the Titans, they beat them 57-14. But here's the thing. The Titans, they don't win in Houston. They win in Tennessee in this series, but they don't win in Houston against the Houston Texans. So, yeah, give me the Texans in a pretty convincing game. Those are my picks for Week 12. I'll see you guys.